What's up, beauties, and welcome back to I Am Beautiful Hustler TV. We are back with another sponsored video, and today's hair is provided by MyFirstWigs. Now, they sent me over this 4-in-1 pre-max wig, pre-styled, pre-cut, pre-bleached, pre-plucked, like perfect to just install and go. But I didn't want to do a simple part down the middle, plain look, so I got something cute for y'all, as y'all see in the beginning of this video. But right now I'm just showing you the little goodies that came into the packaging. Of course, they gave me clips, comb, the good stuff that you need for your installation. And of course, I have the wig itself. Now, this is a kinky straight texture, kind of like a Yaki straight texture, and it is a 16-inch, so it has that very natural looking texture. And as I mentioned, it is pre-bleached, pre-plucked, pre-cut, and it's already pre-styled as a middle part. But we gonna get into a look, honey. I didn't want to do nothing plain Jane, y'all, so I had to serve y'all the new little look today, and it gave very much classy. Okay, so shout out to my girl Pixie Beats. Beat me down to the gauze, a nice little natural beat. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start installing this wig on myself. It has the elastic band in the inside, so my wig fits nice and snug. And I decided to just do one layer of glue for today's look. And as you see in the beginning of the video, but hold on, y'all see how natural that wig looked though. Very, very, very realistic. That's why I love kinky textured wigs, okay? But for the look that we're gonna do today, we're gonna get into like a nice little side part with some old school flips with a little bang curl. Very much tea, y'all. So like I said, y'all, I'm only gonna install my wig using one layer of glue today. And I just was like, you know what? I'm not gonna keep this in for too long. So I was like, one layer of glue will last me like throughout the week or whatever. So but nevertheless, I'm just gonna take my one layer of glue and just spread it out, and once it turns clear, begin to tack down my wig. And we will get into pretty much tacking the wig down and start styling it, because it's already bleached, it's already plucked, and it's already cut lace. So yeah, let's get into it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and tack down the wig on both sides now that it has turned clear, and just blow dry it on some some little heat just to get it all secured down. And then I'm gonna go in and cut the extra lace off the sides and tack down the corners as well. Now that everything is nice and secure, I'm just going to go back in with that foundation brush and taking that extra foundation, just tap it across my hairline, and we're going to go ahead and get into the styling. Now I'm going to start by creating, you know, my little side part or whatever. It's a 13x6 lace wig, not necessarily a lace front, so that means it's only 6-inch parts, you know, parting space like in the center. So that's why I'm doing me like a kind of higher up part. The side part is not so deep, but it turned out perfect for this overall look that I was doing anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and create my curved side part and just bring my curve all the way around and begin to wax stick and hot comb down that area. And then I'm going to start to pull out my baby hair sections once everything is nice, sleek, and smooth, and spray down my hairline and tie it down with the 𝗪𝗿𝗴 one more time. And as you can see, I pulled out my baby hair sections on this side only because the other side is just going to be curled and all that. And I just be feeling like, you know, it'd be a waste of time doing all on baby hairs that ain't nobody ever going to see. But now I'm just going in with my even holding spray and just tapping it on the back of my finger. And I'm just, spraying it on the back of my finger and just tapping it across my hairline so the, you know, the spray is not all over my makeup and all down my face. So just lightly tap it in, just smooth and comb it all back, and then secure it down with that 𝗪𝗿𝗴 one more time. And once we remove that 𝗪𝗿𝗴, we will go ahead and get into a quick cut and swooping of the baby hairs. I'm not going to go too much in detail, but you know, just to show you guys a little bit, because the most important thing I wanted to show was the cut and how I flipped the hair. And while that melt belt was sitting, I went ahead and cut the wig even on both sides. And now I'm just plucking out the baby hairs before I actually swoop it because it was a little thick. So just pulling some of those hairs out before I cut and swoop up the baby hair. But once I do that, I will, you know, just curl it and swoop it up. Like I mentioned, I'm not going to go too much in detail, but, you know, just showing you guys a little bit of that process. And then once I finish swooping up the baby hairs, I will begin to cut my layers in the hair. And I get to, you know, a little more details later about my little trial and error, but my final look came out how I wanted to, so that's all that matters. So now that my baby hairs are complete, I'm going to go ahead and begin to cut the layers. I kind of smoothed everything into the hair. And I just absolutely love this kinky texture. Like, this Yaki texture is really giving very, very natural. Like, even when I was done, a few people thought that I had in clip-ins in between my hair, and I'm like, no baby, this is a wig, okay? But here's a 360 before I get into all the layer cutting. And first I'm going to start by taking my razor and just combing and angling all of my hair, just razoring it down into a nice little angle. Then I'm going to go in with some scissors and just chop it up, you know, clean up the cut a little bit more, make it a little more sharp, because for the style that I want to do is going to be the flipped ends, and I wanted it nice and, you know, like layery. Is that a word? Layery. And, you know, at first, y'all, let me tell y'all, at first I was going to curl it up like a complete soft look, and then halfway in between me curling it like into a soft look, I changed my mind and decided to do flipped ends. So this video is going to skip a little bit where it's going to seem like my hair went from straight to kind of pre-curl. So I had just kind of like cut all of that out because I didn't want to show y'all me curling it up just to change the whole entire look. So right now I'm still just, you know, creating my layers for both sides, and now I'm going to go ahead and get into layering my bang area, and I'm going to pull it up and, you know, do some more cutting, just chopping it down, chopping it down, chopping it down, chopping it down, honey, okay? Cutting it up, you know, cutting it up, going to diagonal, pulling it up, you know, just chopping it or whatever, just to, you know, give it some nice little, you know, if you get it, you get it, okay? So as I mentioned, because I started pre-curling this a different way than the style I end up doing, you're gonna see my hair go from like straight to kind of like pre-curled, but don't mind that, okay? So this is how the hair looked after I finished chopping it up. And, you know, I'm just playing, you know, with it, rubbing my fingers through it, trying to just kind of see the vision. And like I mentioned, what I did first was, you know, not what I was trying to do. But as you can see here, my hair is kind of like pre-curled in some areas. So I started it from this clip here where I'm actually curling my bang, because my bang is going to remain the same for this look that I created. But as I mentioned, y'all, I tried to do a soft look at first, but I decided to do the flipped end. So I'm going to start with curling my bang up first, and then everything that I have previously curled, I'm going to go back and curl it a whole different direction. I'm actually going to curl it going towards the ceiling, so it gives off that flip in effect. So now you're going to see me taking my T3 curling iron and curling towards the ceiling on both sides. And I'm going to have to do it a few times because I had curled it a different direction first. So I kind of like, you know, got to do it over and over and over so it can get its desired look. And as I mentioned, I'm just going to keep curling everything towards the ceiling, and I am going to do this a few times to get that other curl pattern that I did out of the hair. And I didn't want to add any holding spray. Usually when I do like my flipped ends look, I don't, I usually do use holding spray, but I wanted to just keep everything like soft and natural. I didn't want to, add too much holding spray. I just wanted everything to just fall naturally, and then I could just go back in and recurl it myself. I didn't want it to be hard or anything on the end. So I'm just going to keep curling it up and show you guys the final look in a few. And my look is finally coming along all together. It took me a little minute, but bam, get into it. I kept curling that hair up, y'all. Kept curling it till I got a desired look. But I absolutely love my hair. It's giving very much like tea, nice and bouncy. We got our layers in there. Okay, the kinky straight is giving, honey. I love the flipped ends, the little bangity bang bang. Yes, the bang yang is giving. I love the flips. Absolutely love my hair. I absolutely love it. So don't forget to check out the description details down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank y'all for watching.